Good morning, class. Welcome back to your physics class. Today we are going to continue with chapter number 5. In the last video, we have learned about heat. Heat is the form of energy which causes a sensation of warmth or coldness, right? Now today we are going to start with units of heat. Heat is also a type of energy, we already know. So the unit of heat is also same as the unit of energy, that is joule. Now there are some commonly used units of heat, that is calorie. You might have read this unit calorie on many food packaging items also. You see calories written over there. Calorie is the amount of heat that is produced in our body because of the food that we eat. That is why on food items calorie term is written. It is the commercially used unit of heat, or we can say commonly used unit of heat. Now, 1 calorie is defined as the amount of heat energy used to raise the temperature of 1 gram of water by 1 degree Celsius. The there's a higher unit called 1 kilocalorie, and that 1 kilocalorie is equals to 1000 calories. Kcal is the bigger unit of the heat. Like we use kilometers, we use kilograms. These are all the bigger units. So kilocalorie is also a bigger unit of heat. Now there's a relation between joule and calorie. Joule and calorie are related to each other as 1 calorie is equals to 4.2 joule. You might be asked the question, write the relation between the joule and calorie. You have to give this relation, that is 1 calorie is equals to 4.2 joule. So this is the relation between joule and the calorie. Next we have temperature. Let's learn about what is temperature. Temperature we have already learned in last class also, 6th standard also. It is the degree of hotness or coldness of an object. It tells us how hot an object is or how cold an object is. We know when something is heated, it becomes hot, and if it is freezed, it becomes cold, right? It happens when you heat something, it starts heating up, start becoming hot, and when you freeze something, it starts becoming cool and cool and cool, right? So the things when we freeze becomes cold. Now we can tell anything is hot or cold with the help of our sense of touch, right? When you touch something, then you can say, oh, it is hot, or when you touch something, then you can say it is cold. But by the sense of touch, we cannot tell that how hot it is or how cold it is, right? We cannot give an exact number that this is this degrees, it is hot by this degrees or it is cold by this degrees. We cannot give the exact temperature by just touching the object. We need something to measure the temperature. So to measure how hot or cold an object is, we need a device, and that device is known as the thermometer, which measures the degree of hotness and coldness of an object. With the help of the with the help of the thermometer, we can tell that how hot an object is and how cold an object is. We can give the exact number, exact value for the temperature of the object. Next, there are some scales of temperature. We have learned we need a thermometer. A thermometer has a scale. There are different types of scales in the thermometers. Let's learn more about those scales. We have read about it in our lower class in 6th standard also, but now we are going to know more about the scales of the temperature. Now, there are 3 scales we have learned: Kelvin scale, Celsius scale, and Fahrenheit scale. These are the commonly used scales for the temperatures. Now you can see the Kelvin starts scales has 1 the Kelvin scale has 100 divisions. Same way, the Celsius scale also has 100-degree intervals. On the other hand, the Fahrenheit scale is divided into 180 equal parts called the degree intervals. 180-degree intervals. The water freezing point or the freezing point of water in Kelvin scale is 273, whereas in Celsius scales it is 0 degree Celsius, and in Fahrenheit scales it is 32 degree Fahrenheit. Then the normal body temperature of a body in case of a Kelvin thermometer, if we are having a Kelvin scale thermometer, it will be 310 Kelvin, and if you have a Celsius scale, it will be 37 degrees Celsius. And for a normal body temperature in Fahrenheit scale, the commonly used scale, it means that we are used the scales or the thermometers that you're using at your home or clinical thermometer that you're using, they have Fahrenheit scale. And the normal body temperature in the Fahrenheit scale is 98.6 degrees Fahrenheit, right? And then the boiling point, the boiling temperature of water in Kelvin scale is 373 Kelvin. In case of a Celsius scale, it is 100 degrees Celsius, and in case of Fahrenheit scales, it is 212 degrees Fahrenheit. I hope it is clear. I have compared all the three scales here. Just read it from your book for better clarity. If anything you want to clear again, you can ask in the class, right? Now, then there is a relation between different scales that we have read. Now let's read the relation. First is the relation between Celsius scale and the Fahrenheit scale. Like, the relation is 9C. C is the temperature in Celsius, then is equals to 5F. F is the temperature in Fahrenheit minus 160. This is the relation between the Celsius scale and the Fahrenheit scale. This is very useful when we have to convert temperature in Celsius to Fahrenheit or Fahrenheit to Celsius. We will be using this formula or this relation to convert Celsius to Fahrenheit and Fahrenheit to Celsius. Next is the relation between the Celsius and the Kelvin. Now the relation is temperature in degrees Celsius is equals to 273 plus temperature in, that is in Kelvin. The temperature you are having will be added to 273 degrees, that will be equal to the temperature in Kelvin, right? This is how we will convert Celsius to Kelvin or Kelvin to Celsius. Now, conversion of Celsius to Fahrenheit first. Let's take some example. Let's convert 100 degree Fahrenheit to 0 degree Celsius. Now we know the formula that 9C is equals to 5F minus 160. So when we substitute the values, what we'll get? 9C is equals to 5 multiplied by 100. 100 degree Fahrenheit is given, that we have to convert. So Fahrenheit temperature we will put here, that will be multiplied by 5 minus 160. You will get C, while cross multiply, 9 will come down. We'll have 500 minus 160 over 9. That will come out to be 340 divided by 9 is equals to 37.8 degree Celsius. So 100 degree Fahrenheit will be equal to 37.8 degree Celsius. Now we will convert Celsius to Kelvin. Now to convert 27 degree Celsius to Kelvin, we have the formula that temperature in Kelvin, temperature in Celsius is equals to 273 plus temperature, that will be in Kelvin, right? Now what we'll do, 27 degree Celsius is equals to 273 plus 27 degree Celsius. This is the temperature in Celsius, and that comes out to be 300 Kelvin. So we can say 27 degree Celsius is equals to 300 Kelvin. So this is how we will convert different scales from one value to the other value. So same way, beta, you have exercise questions. The part F, In the back exercises, there are 3 numericals to convert different scales. Please try to complete that. Next, there are 2 activities given. The first activity is to demonstrate and explain the use of clinical thermometer. How we can use a clinical thermometer. So what you have to do to use a clinical thermometer, wash it and rinse it with an antiseptic. Shake the thermometer to lower down the level of the mercury so that mercury should be below the zero temperature. And keep the bulb of the thermometer below your tongue for a minute and or so, and then remove it. Take the thermometer before your eyes and roll it slightly such that capillary of the thermometer containing mercury looks like a ribbon. When you roll the thermometer, you will see there is a ribbon of mercury, that a shiny material inside the scale. Roll it and find out where that shiny material is indicating. Now you will see when you read the scale along with the ribbon, you will find that the temperature of a normal body is 98.4 degree Fahrenheit or 98.6 degree Fahrenheit. There is another activity given to measure temperature of water in. So place beaker containing water on a laboratory stand. See, we cannot measure the water temperature of the water by just placing our hand on it, because the water when you boil the water, the heat the steam will be produced and it will harm your hand. That's why it is better to take a stand and hang the thermometer on the stand and put it in the water which is being heated. Now let mercury rise till it comes to rest. Now once the water start boiling, you will see that the mercury will rise in the thermometer, and let it rise until it become constant. There will be a temperature where the mercury rise will be constant. So once it becomes constant, take your eyes near to the thermometer and read the scale reading. You will see that the reading in this case will be 90 degree Fahrenheit. Means that at 90 degree the water starts boiling. Right? So this is how we can check the temperature of our body as well as some other object. Now students, that is it for today. Now there's a homework. You have to read chapter 5 up to page number 86 and solve the book exercise, that is F part. These are the 3 numericals you have to complete. Try to solve them. Answers are given over there. If any problem is there, I will share the answers with you also later. Okay, first you try it and try to solve it. Thank you.